Alright, so welcome back to me noodling around with this thing. I've been exploring Superbasic a lot, like the last few days. Not just because I have a brand new F256K2, but mainly just because I was just when I was reading the manual long before the computer ever arrived, I was just fascinated by some of the commands that are inside of it and what they did. One of the most interesting examples that were in the book was this idea of using the event command, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but bear with me. I'll try to show you what it looks like. So basically, what they did is they turned around and just declared a variable. We'll call ours one, and then they said they did they did a repeat, and they did an endless loop. List that real fast to make sure it's good. But then somewhere around here they said if event, right? Event one, and they said that this happens 70 hertz. This would be every second. Then print high. We're going to do ours a little bit different. We'll actually use the semicolon here. And what this does when I run it is it'll print the word high every second. And this is something you can't do on the emulator because it doesn't actually work. Actually, to be fair, there's no timer in the emulator either. Like this call, like if you said print timer, you wouldn't get a value in the emulator either. But I just thought this was fascinating that this sort of existed here, right? So I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be cool if we can retrofit this? If we could retrofit this so that it would actually draw text out on a delay, right? So we could do something really stupid. Like, first of all, we could encapsulate this in a procedure. We could say this is, we'll say like PC text. Say that it gets a message. And then somewhere around 600, we'll say end proc. And I think this only works if end. It's all one word in it. See, syntax highlighting to the rescue. This only works if end is up there before it. I think that'll work, right? Then if we just said something like this, I should just get the goofy, you know. This won't. I'm spending all this time to type in a variable that won't actually do anything, but you get the idea. Right? I could be able to call this, and it'll go into our loop. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So let's say what would happen if inside the repeat, what I did was, let's change this if event. Let me just take this line out for a minute. That little shift key is killing me, by the way. What if we took if event, we have to end the if. Okay, so what if we took a line on line 400 and said something like print mid, for you guys that don't know string parsing? That means we're basically going to do a substring like we would in any language of, of the message. Sorry, it's dark in here and I can't see. And we're going to have a counter inside of here. So let's say counter 1. Alright, and then we have to declare that counter. We didn't give ourselves much room to do that. Okay, and then after that, 401, we just say counter equal counter plus 1. That looks about right. Sorry, I got two monitors here going on here. And then we'll just say 500 until counter is equal to the length of message string. It's probably not going to be right though, is it? Because it's one indexed. Oh, it seemed to work. Let's clear this. I'm going to run it just to put it in memory. And say PC text. Hi, I'm just testing something. Every second, it'll actually write out one character. Okay, stop that. Obviously, that's too slow. So let's go ahead and change it to something really fast. What I want is like that aliens thing where it goes like pauses. I thought it'd be cool for an adventure game. So I was kind of playing around with this. And what I found is like 5 is a little bit slow. 2 is about the best. So let's go ahead and see if this is any better. Whoops. I love this keyboard, but I'm still getting used to it. That small shift kills me, man. Gotta get used to it. Ooh, see how we stopped before the E? Yeah, I know what that is. So we basically need to come here. We need to add a +1 on the end of this. This is the lazy hacker's way of getting it done. Take this line out real fast. Actually, let's take them both. Nah, let's just take one. Hey, look at that, it worked. So why don't we also, like, each time we print, let's go 120 CLS, 130 print. We'll put 2 lines above. And then after the counter, just have some fun. What is going to happen now? What is going to happen now? Whoops, now. Somehow I messed up a minute ago, and I didn't actually hit the in parenthesis, but it didn't seem to care. Huh. What happens if I just give it no, I'm not spelling parentheses, no braces? Yeah, it didn't work. So, yeah. So we could actually then, up top, just start declaring stuff like PC text. This is a test of the emergency. Good God. Emergency broadcast system. I'm going to have to print a line. This is only a test. That CLS messed it up. So maybe we don't need that. And maybe we just do that first. There you go. When there was some playing around with the timer, the magic is really all right here in this line. So let's the documentation said that if this first argument was a variable that was 1, it would go forever. But if it was 0, it would only do it once, maybe? Whoops. 0, dummy. Ruined. That's what I do to programs. No, it didn't make a difference. Maybe what would happen if we set it to -1? Now I'm curious. Never goes off. Okay. What happens if we set it to some arbitrary number like, I don't know, 5? Didn't matter, did it? It's really weird. Like, I don't fully understand the point of this first variable. Like, what's its value at the end of this, by the way? Maybe that'll tell us. So let's run it. Print event 1. Ooh. Why so big? Is that how many times it fired during that period? That's fascinating. This is going to blow some stuff up, but it should be funny. Oh, it's the timer value. Okay. Now I understand. So what happens is, let's clear this. That it doesn't even matter. This just has to be any value except for -1, because on the first event, it's going to override it with whatever the timer value is. Like if we looked at the timer right now, it's in the 409s and run it. Yeah, we're already at 411. Okay, I got you, fam. All right, so let's take that print event out. All right. Well, there we have it. There's some fun of experimentation with a timer. I was dying to know what that feature did and how I could use it, because we don't have like this idea of sleep built into basic, and I was wondering how you would do like delays, like how you would turn around and write something that says, well, I want this to happen. I don't know. That's not a tenth of a second. It's 1/7 of a second, right? Because there's 70 frames a second on this machine, I guess. Ooh, look at that. It stopped. Oh, and it kept going. What was that about? Did you see that? What was that? Whoa, what was that? CPU got busy doing something, I bet. Okay. Or you know what would be dumber? Is like if you wanted this to seem like it was sort of a human being typing it, you could randomize this. Use another function in a Superbasic, say random 10. Was that even enough that it would matter? Look at that, it looks like a human being's typing it. That's so cool. That's another effect that you can do for a text adventure game. What happens if you put another... I don't even want to think about it. Like, are these asynchronous? Like, can I do something stupid? We're here, right? We might as well do something stupid. Event 2 equals 0. Like, what happens if I go, like, 402, I say if event 2 every second, then print. Would it just print random? So here's the question. Will it just print random lines every second that it's typing it out, or will it wait until it's done, or will it just call it? Let's see. It wait. Oh my God. Surely these aren't. It's not threaded, right? This is all. It's just wait. It's just checking each time to see if it's at 70. Could it be true? Let's set that to something unrealistic. Set it to 10. That's kind of crazy. We could almost do matrix code, man. Wouldn't that be crazy? We have to build our own character set for that, though. That'd be a fun project to build matrix code. We'd have to generate a lot of data statements or get them to repeat. Now you got me wanting to play with that. All right, so what if we set this to... I need that to be pretty fast. Right? See how far we get across the screen. Oh god, that would be so weird, right, with it? Let's don't do it forever. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it forever. Say repeat. Right. 70. See where I'm going with this? Whoops. PC text. I am just... Oops, let's do it all lowercase. I am just going to put some BS here just to see what happens when I probably shouldn't exceed 255. I loop it. Oh, this is gonna be nuts. Let's get rid of line 10, line 40. We get rid of line 20 too, by the way. Wow. So, what can we do? How can we set this timer? I feel like we should probably be really aggressive here. And then just to see how far. Also, that double print needs to come out of there, doesn't it? That did not do what I expected. Oh, it's because there's a print missing. That was dumb. That was my fault. We still need one. Ooh, that did not work. So where did I have it before? It's not doing what I expected. Okay. I guess random 1 is always 0 half the time. This is probably stupid of me to do. That's really cool. So here's a dumb question too. Like, let's go back to 1 second. Can we can make that any arbitrary number we want, right? Now I'm just destroying the world here. Hold on. Can we say plus? It's kind of crazy. So I'm going to take that back out. I'm going to put this back. Actually, I'm just going to leave it. Alright, so let's show what would we do with this now, like, just to hold on to it. Well, we can look, if we click dir, we can see that I already had a program up there already, but we can save this one. Let's call it a type fun dot basic. Now if we look, it's right there. So we can say new. Doesn't do anything, right? Then we can say load. We'll do this other one that I did. No, let's do the, yeah, the other one, which is just, I think, the beginning example. Yeah. Anyway, so that was using the event. That's actually pretty cool. I don't have sound hooked up where we could try to make some kind of noise like when it prints. But at least now I know it's possible, and it's possible to make a proc that does it for you automatically, so that you could just call it. Maybe give it some more arguments and let you control the amount and stuff. But yeah, anyway. So I don't know. I don't know why I turned record on. I just thought that maybe somebody else would get a kick out of goofing around in BASIC and trying to understand what this whole the event function does, basically in BASIC. But all right, I'm gonna keep messing around and make some more videos probably a little bit later. So you guys have a good one.